going to do a video on Turkish spur tortoises now. They are a larger breed than Hermans, but equally easy to keep in a UK climate. They're very robust and are often overlooked when people are considering which type of tortoise they would like to keep. The benefits of a Turkish Ibra is they have big personalities, quite outgoing, and if you want a tortoise that's out looking what you're doing in the garden, then it's well worth considering a spur tortoise. They've been kept in the UK since before the war. There's a lot still knocking around that were collected from the wild before the ban from collecting from the wild took place in 1984, but they are also readily available bred in farms for the pet trade, and you can buy them from pet shops or from breeders. I would urge you to do your research. Don't buy the one you feel sorry for. Try and buy from a reputable source. And this is Arwen. She's a female, very friendly. She is captive bred, and she's been fed the correct diet. So she's had humidity, she's had a high fibre diet, access to calcium outdoors. As you can see, she's very healthy. She's lifting herself up in order to eat. So she's free to browse in her enclosure, but she also gets supplementary feeds. She lays eggs every year. You don't have to incubate eggs if you don't want to. You can just throw them away, but it's a good sign if a female is laying eggs because it shows that they're ovulating properly and that they are fit enough to lay eggs. Egg retention is a big problem in captivity. You see how big she is? She needs help to be warm on bad weather days, and if you can give them access at the very least to a fish tank on its side like this one, just so she can go in and warm up on bad weather days. But Arwen also has access to go into a full-size greenhouse with heat lamps and nesting mounds. Are you going to eat the stalk as well? Girls can live together on the whole, so it's nice if you'd like more than one tortoise, but they just need a bit more space. Are you going to eat that? It's plantain, like a conveyor belt. Look at that pink tongue. Right, I'm going to stop doing that so I can pay attention. Hi! So, this garden here, you can let them have access to a full garden if you live in a terraced house. The only thing to consider is you don't want them to fall into a pond. They don't understand things like mesh, so like chicken wire. They try and go through and they can lacerate and hurt their arms, so they're the kind of things you have to be careful. They're also very good at getting into little places they don't understand, so they can get stuck behind the shed or go up and down and try and get under the fence and hurt their shells. So the best thing is to have solid construction walls. So here we've used railway sleepers. Some people use paving slabs in the ground on end, or you can use gravel boards. So making an area, making sure that either the perimeter of your whole garden is solid in construction, or if you've got an absolutely massive garden, if you're fortunate enough to have a massive garden like we've got here, making somewhere in a sunny spot with, you know, that's nice and spacious, so they've got a whole habitat to explore. Do you want more? I think she does. Very friendly. So the females are, you can see there's lots of enrichment and things, but there's also soil areas for her to lay eggs. The girls are a little bit more laid back than the males. The males are a bit more prone to chasing you around and chasing your feet, so it's normally not recommended to have them free roaming, just because they're going to think you're another tortoise and bash you and bite you. The Ibras specifically. But yeah, lovely tortoise as long as you've got the space and the provision to keep something a bit bigger. And that's it.